All right. Aww. Okay. So, as you all know, here at the Comic Sans Comedy Club, we've been here for 2 years now. I'm surprised that it's lasted this long. And I'm really, really proud to say that coming up after Alkali is our charity Whose Line Is It Anyway? So you guys better bring out some dollars, because you remember the kitties out there in front and how we can pet them all day today? You want them back tomorrow, right? Yeah. So bring money. Everyone, it's my proud pleasure to introduce the guy who invited me here as a guest of honor, one of my best friends in the whole entire world, Alkali. Oh, wait. Before, since he's on stage already, we also do a charity auction tomorrow. We're going to be auctioning off a bunch of cool little things, and you all should come back here with lots of money. But one of those things that we're going to be auctioning is the story of why Alkali has to do this.
Oh, yes. Yes!
You. Tonight's concoction was Jose Cuervo and horse urine. Ladies and gentlemen, Alkali.
So I've got to apologize first off. I have never been this off my game. It's actually tradition that I don't know what I'm going to say before I get up on stage. And while they stand up there, their comedy truly does inspire me. And that's not a joke. It's amazing watching where these two have come from, what they do, and where they come. And usually that'll remind me of my skits. And I'm so goddamn tired that all I wrote on my phone for the first 3 lines is, "You can do it. I believe in you. What is that feeling in the pit of my stomach?" That is the first 3 lines of notes that I wrote during his set. And I could tell this morning that I was going to have a problem, because last night you assholes paid over $200, I can't remember what the hell it was, to get me drunk while watching D&D the movie. Because somebody thought it was okay to make us drink every time a torch showed up. And you guys said, this jackass sitting next to us like, "Hey, that's kind of bright, that's a torch." "Hey, that's kind of luminescent, torch."
That is annoyingly black.
Oh, right, and what was it?
Annoyingly black.
Annoyingly black was a rule, because there is a African-American character who was quite annoying. Well, he was finding things that were just the color black and kind of ticked him off. You're like, "That shirt is really annoyingly black." And I'm already drunk, so I'm like, "Sure." So when I finally went to bed, I must have had a moment of clarity, because when I woke up this morning, the only thing left in my room was multiple unopened bottles of water. I at least thought to bring them to bed and didn't drink any of them, but they were there. And what at first I thought was Xander, who had turned into a tub of Cheetos that I was cuddling with. And that was the start to my day. So at least I had some carbs in my system, and I turned him into food. It's really fun being around a true FurryCon. That's what we like to throw here, because we do invite other people out. I had the opportunity to go to a convention that was a mixed audience. It was furries on one side, and on the other, it was a general gaming convention. And it was interesting to see what they thought of us, because general gaming, they cosplay. If you dress in a fursuit, you're a furry. If you dress like this, you're just a weirdo like the rest of them. So they didn't know, and I got to meld in with the crowd, and that's when I went outside for a breath of fresh air and heard the following line. Can you believe those fucking furries? You know, if I was as rich as all of them were, I could afford these amazing suits. Yeah, can you believe them? Yeah, rich fucking furries. I mean, their jobs I was in, I know, scientists, doctors, they have no idea what you perverts do. They just think you're raking in the dough, putting on fur, and screwing things. That's all they get. Money, fur, screwing. And it was really obvious they were jealous of all 3 of those. It really is fun to, Like I said, I'm really off my game, so I'm actually going to use myself on this thing, because I don't remember anything. It's really fun being with a furry, because there is no point in your day, in your relationship, that you have a serious moment. We could kill each other and not blink an eye, because I don't think we have the capability to feel anything but, we're animals. And that was proven one night, laying in bed at Xander's condo. He woke up. Now Xander has a bad habit. If he has a headache, Xander likes to go and alleviate it by taking a shower. So he walked to the bathroom, which is right next to the bed. It's a master bathroom. And I hear some weird noises coming in from there. I'm half awake. I hear some scraping. And then I hear what I thought was a hammer hitting a skull. I hear the word fuck, and then I hear the gunshot. Now I now know that he does not live in a good building, because this definitely sounded like a gunshot and the police were not at his door. What this idiot did was try to move the sliding glass door in his shower. It fell off the track, and in his genius mind he thought, well, if I bend it just slightly, I can get it back in. Have you ever seen what happens when safety glass shatters? It looked like a sea of white cocoa pebbles all over the floor. I jumped out of bed and ran over to them, and there is my naked dragon standing, staring at the sea of glass, looks over at me, and starts to take a step. Screaming ensued. Do not step on shattered glass, which woke him up. Like, that's probably a good idea. We spent the next few hours cleaning up this broken glass. It is now 3, 4 in the morning. And finally, his roommate was across the living room, because I was rooming. Hey, are you guys okay? It was 2 hours ago. He's a furry too. We don't care. It's also fun to have non-furry friends, because they do amazing things. I actually invited some of the non-furry friends to help me with the convention. And when I was looking for a finance director, I needed to pick somebody with the proper qualifications. So immediately I thought, I'm going to pick my friend as a finance director because he once assaulted a cop.
What?
Well, you see, we have cop friends, and we were at his bachelor party. And as you all know, bachelor parties have booze, and I like booze. And my friend likes booze. And the cop liked booze. And this spiraled out of control. Really, I know what you're thinking. That would spiral out of control? Terribly. Absolutely terribly. Because at one point, the officer, being angry and drunk, punched my finance director in the shoulder, friendly-like. My friend pushed the cop back, very friendly-like. And the instigator who said it was okay for me to drink every time there was a torch in the goddamn D&D movie said, dude, that's assaulting a police officer. To which my finance director said, that's not assaulting a police officer. This is assaulting a police officer. If he had closed his fist, he would have shattered his skull. He reached back and went, wham! The cop turned around, spun, went down to one knee, got back up like a John, and the entire room goes silent. And John goes, try to arrest me. We had a lot of fun. That group is a little silly because of, like I said, alcohol. We've known each other since we were teenagers, and I had the house with the basement. See, the good thing about being teenagers with a house with a basement is, for the most part, because it smells so much like man-funk, your parents don't come down there and you can drink all you want. We also had windows right at this level, so if it was cold out, that was your fridge. And if you wanted to sneak alcohol into the house, you just drove out the street next to it, put the alcohol next to that window, came inside, and your best Sunday said, we're going to go downstairs and study Bible verses, and you went downstairs and you grabbed whatever the hell you wanted out of the window. I say Bible verses because this story happens on Easter Sunday. On Easter Sunday, myself and a plethora of friends had gotten together. We weren't planning on getting drunk, but it was a Sunday, so it was bound to happen. We reached up the window, started putting down bottles. We think the night took a turn for the worst when we all decided that vodka had more water content than water, and that's how we would make ourselves better. This is the logic we have. And at this point, the cop friend, finally feeling, and this is Easter Sunday. This is not what we should be doing. We need to make up for this. And the cop went, to Jeebus. And the room went silent. And with a tear in his eye, one of our friends, to Jeebus. He spied for our pings. 10 minutes later, our cop friend said, I need to talk to Dan's parents, and went running for the stairs at 3 in the morning. Now, the cop friend he's an in-shape gentleman. The rest of us are very large, fat, basically obese fucktards. We tackled his ass. You have never seen men that large move that quickly unless it's last call at the Sizzler. This is it. They tackled him on the stairs, but because they're large enough, they don't want to tackle him across the stairs. They would have broken every bone in his body. So what they did was basically tripped him, but he was halfway up the stairs, and it's hysterical to watch a man basically turn into liquid and slide right back down. This is what we did for fun. We actually still like to have a lot of fun in this group. I'm truly blessed that they still, after all these years, we try to hang out. And in fact, every once in a while, we'll actually plan a trip. We'll try to take a vacation. And I've somehow managed to merge the two insane groups, which was my friends from high school, from grade school, from college, and the Furries. And not too long ago, we went to a place called Christmas Village. It's in the Dells. And one of my friends was able to get a full house, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a kitchen, and a fridge that makes as much ice as you could possibly need. And that's important. Because you don't want to take a vacation with a bunch of friends and remember any of it, right? I hope that's the case, because that's exactly what fucking happened. At one point, our friend said to another, we were playing a drinking game, a harmless drinking game, and because we were smart and because it was early in the trip, the drink of choice was beer, cider, something nice and soft. This asshole comes out, oh, you're drinking pussy drinks, and I don't know why, but the Irish guy in the group goes, oh, pussy drinks, and he bought out the Jameson. Get the shot glasses. There were 5 shot glasses in the house. He said, well, line up those 5 shot glasses in front of him. 5 shot glasses out, poured in. What are you drinking? He got a Stein. We poured a Stein, 3/4 full of Jameson. He said, bottoms up, and drank the Jameson in maybe 30 seconds. And looked at his friend, our gay friend. Drink up, faggot, bitch. Now it's on. So he takes the first shot glass. How dare you call me that? I don't think that you understand. He is staring at him. He yelled longer than I've ever heard a mortal man yell. The other guy hit with this sonic blast of energy. This was a level 5 spell. He took 46 damage. It shattered one of the glasses. He had to lick it up. He had a straw. It was terrible. And he drank all 5 shots. And he looked at my friend and said, you drink, you fam, man. And I don't know what the hell the words were, but he picked him up and threw him into a painting on the wall. The painting came down, fell on our friend, shattering the glass, ripping the painting, and that's when Sanders stood up, fell over, and yelled, don't worry about it, guys, I'm an artist. At this point, we really needed to calm down, so the drunkest one of us figured out how to do that, yelled fire, went to the sink, grabbed the extendable hose, and just sprayed us all with water. he was trying to water down our drinks. We decided we needed carbs at that point. There was a local pizzeria that was open all night. We called an order of pizza, got very angry when it never showed up. Turned out the next day that we did in fact call and spoke in German. None of us speak German. All they knew is that this building over here called and threatened their country. So finally, it's the next day. Hangover does not begin to describe the feeling that was going through every muscle, every tendon, every bit of our bodies. But that's okay, because we all know the surefire cure for a hangover. Close. Breakfast. Oh, bacon. Bacon can solve everything, right, guys? So we went 10 miles down the road. No one said a fucking word to anyone else. I don't think we made eye contact. And we went to a nice little mom and pop restaurant. There are more tables in this room than there was in this restaurant. They had a bar, 5 tables, a bathroom. And I think we were seated at the table for 10 seconds when one of our friends looked at us and said, "I gotta go." Now, if he had just run to the bathroom, most of the restaurant would have looked. But he stood up, tripped over a chair, and literally did the most perfect barrel roll you could possibly imagine, closing the bathroom door as he rolled into it. Now, if you've ever been to a mom and pop restaurant that was obviously built by the mom and pop, I'm pretty sure they made the walls out of the thinnest cardboard they can find. As we looked around the room of families, eating breakfast, spending quality time with each other. Maybe they were celebrating a birthday, an anniversary. What they heard was, "Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, my God!" And the next line will live with me forever in my nightmares. "Oh, that was both ends!" Luckily, the sink was situated next to the toilet, and it was projectile enough that he could sit there and shoot them. At this point, the only noise you are hearing is screaming and farting. It is resounding through the restaurant. 3 families have asked for their checks. The front door opened in a rush. We thought it was due to the pressure change. It was just another family coming in. They didn't sit down. I look over the table to our right, the youngest couple in there. They have 2 teenage kids. They're obviously a younger family. Every one of them has their phones on. We realize they recorded this for YouTube. We've never been able to find it, but goddamn, I'm going to keep looking. Now the problem is how hard some of you are laughing. Because think if you are hungover. You haven't been happy in 12 hours. This is the funniest goddamn thing on the planet. And all of a sudden, my friend, who has no tact, who has no real idea yet that he's out in public, goes, "I'm gonna shit myself," and runs to the bathroom door. So now we hear, farting, puking, pounding on the door. "I gotta go." No one, they've gone. The restaurant is gone. The wait staff is just standing at the bar staring at us. They have asked us to leave, and we had to say, "Look, the guy's in the bathroom if you haven't figured that out yet." So finally the door opens, and my friend who was in the bathroom, shirt untucked, hoodie gone. I don't mean he left it in the bathroom, we never found it. He opened the door only to be tackled by my other friend who needed to go bad enough that he actually thought, "You know what, I'm either going to shit my pants out here or knock him over to get in. This is happening." Ran into the room, my friend fell over, fell to the ground, and now they're both screaming because whatever came out of that man's ass should not be repeated by mortal man. Do you want to go on a vacation with me? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for being here for our stand-up. I'd like to reintroduce to the stage our MC, Xander the Blue, and Pendennis. Guys, come on up. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Three-Headed Monster. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're so thankful.